JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and I'll be looking at the major stories of the week, November 27 to December 3. American citizen shot dead in St. Ann. A United States citizen was shot dead by a gunman in Shaw Park, which was in the parish on Monday evening. He has been identified as Philip Bradley Crane, a 53-year-old real estate investor from Garland, Texas, and Villa Barbie, Shaw Park in the parish. It was reported that about 4:30 p.m., Crane was at the residence when two men armed with handguns entered the home and demanded money. Police said the gunmen's demands were not met, and they opened fire on the now deceased, killing him on the spot. Crane's wife, their son, and another person at the house were not hurt by the gunmen. The police said Crane recently returned to the island on November 13, 2022. Crane, who has been living in Jamaica for the last 25 years, is said to be a major figure in the local cannabis sector. It is understood that investigators are reviewing CCTV footage in a bid to identify the killers. Now, guys, I don't know many of you saw the CCTV footage, but I can tell you that these hoodlums handled Mr. Crane away. The man handled the man. One threw him down on the ground, lie down on the floor. I mean, when I saw this video, I was moved to know that his wife and son was there. But what I found puzzling was that when the two young men came, they were wearing handkerchiefs tied around their faces, and I think they were wearing hats as well. But when they came into the yard, I heard somebody screaming upstairs. And what I found strange was that Mr. Crane walked around and came around to where they were. It is rather strange. I don't know many of you saw the CCTV footage, and if you want to tell me, break it down and tell me exactly what you think happened. But I found it strange that he walked around, came around to the two hoodlums, who then started to manhandle him, wanted to throw him down for him to lay down on the floor, which he refused to do. And then the next thing I heard was that he went back inside the house, and the next thing I heard were gunshots. And then the two guys ran out. Now, these guys, their faces were covered, but their family members know who they are. The girlfriends know who they are. Their friends know who they are. Persons in the community know who they are. But of course, the police will never find out, because a lot of us will not be brave enough to come out and just say, listen, that clothes, I know it. Go down to them house and see if you don't see them clothes there. You know, stuff like that. Give the police some form of information so that we can bring these murderers to justice. But of course, as always, we continue to turn a blind eye. Continue to turn a blind eye. Moving on. Man taken into custody following attack on meter workers in Homestead. A Homestead resident who attacked meter workers in St. Catherine on Wednesday, damaging a cameraman's equipment, has been taken into custody and charged by the Spanish Town Police. Michael Marlin, a laborer, has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm and malicious destruction of property. The attack on the television Jamaica cameraman and a Gleaner reporter took place as a journalist covered a protest by teachers at Homestead Primary School. Video footage showed the man advancing on the cameraman while hurling expletives and threats. The offender walked into the video shoot while the cameraman and the Gleaner reporter were trying to interview acting chairman of the board, Mark McLean. The man walked up to the TVJ cameraman and grabbed his camera, damaging the mic cable and breaking the microphone. He then slapped the cameraman on the face and continued to grab at the camera, using expletives as he advanced. Me not tell you no, me no want no camera upon me, boy. Me go mash up your bad word, the attacker said. He then proceeded to approach the Gleaner reporter, but was restrained by a counselor, Aunt McLean. The attacker then issued death threats to both journalists before he was ushered away by parents who intervened. The teachers had staged a walkout on Monday after accusing the school's principal, Sophia Deer, of bad treatment. The teachers also highlighted a recent incident where a colleague was reportedly slapped in the face by a student, which they say was poorly handled by the principal. The protest action by the teachers impacted operations at the school, causing some parents to withdraw their children from classes that morning. Okay, guys, I don't know many of you saw the video circulating on social media with a grade 3 student throwing stones inside the classroom. Those are some of the issues, the incidents that these poor teachers have to be dealing with at Homestead Primary School. And then to see, I figure that this man is a parent, and I'm wondering, is he the parent of that little boy? That this man is going to walk up to these people who are there covering the news, doing their jobs, assaulting the cameraman, damaging his equipment, because he's a bullbuck and dopey conqueror. But I hope when he goes before the judge, that book is thrown at him full force. Enough of this nonsense, enough of these people who think so them head at, and I feed them head alone at. Then if you understand, say other people head at too. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Why as parents, as adults, we can't set examples for our children to emulate? If he's a parent, this is the type of example that he sets for his child? Or is it that he's a criminal and him not want him face to show up on video? If you don't want your face to show up on video, yes, the video man come in. Go one side, man. And calm yourself until them gone, then you rise again. Moving on. School delivery man killed. Teacher injured in gun attack. A school delivery man was shot dead and a teacher injured in an attack by gunmen at the gates of a Bay Farm Road institution in St. Andrew on Tuesday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Sanjay Wilson, 34, from Olympic Avenue, Kingston 11, where the injured teacher has been admitted to hospital. According to the police, about 12:10 p.m., Wilson and the teacher, were both employed to the SARS group of schools, arrived at the location in a white Nissan Eddy wagon to pick up lunches when they were pounced upon by two men traveling on a motorcycle. The pillion, police reported, alighted and opened gunfire on them before they could exit the motor car. The men then rode away. The injured victims were assisted to hospital, where Nelson was pronounced dead on arrival and the teacher admitted in stable condition. The police said 6 pen shells were found at the scene. No motive has been established for the attack. And once again, bikers have struck. How many times have we said it and other persons have said it? That Mr. Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, need to come out and say one person to a motorbike. One person to a motorbike. How many times have persons been murdered right across this island? From one end of the island to the next. From Kingston or from Portland to Westmoreland to St. James. By motorcyclists, pillion riders. What is it going to take for the Prime Ministers to sit in Parliament and everybody else to say, listen, one person on a motorbike? Or if 2 persons on a motorbike, then everywhere they go, police need to search them. Every corner them broke, police need to stop them. Because this is crazy. Too many times persons are dying on this island because a pillion motorbike ride up on the pillion, pull a gun and shoot people. I don't know what happened if they went for Wilson or they went for the teacher. But right at the school gate, can you imagine the children that were inside who heard those gunshots, the teachers, how traumatized they are? But I guess this is the society that we're living in, the Jamaica that we're faced with every day. And we need to just face up to what is happening. It is crazy. It is crazy, and something needs to be done about these pillion riders, these motorcyclists. I don't know if nobody tired of them back. I like how me tired of them. Because I don't think there's anything else on this island more annoying than them little boy who put on something and flare and all kind of bike and put things on the bike and just ride around and make up pianize at people head. Something needs to be done about them. Mr. Holness came out and said that something he was going to do something about the noise on the bikes, and I don't hear gunfire about it since. So I don't know what them are wait pan. If say, listen, take you all of them off our road, man. Crush them up, do something to them. Tired of them. And I'm sure most of us are tired of them. You have hardworking people who are deliverymen and couriers who have to use the bike to provide for their household. But too many trouble then look up bleach out face boy, or then look up pants the pan them and ride on pan them bike and create havoc right across the island. I'm tired of them, and I'm sure everybody is tired of them, and something needs to be done, and done not yesterday. Not today, but yesterday, about these motorcyclists. Something needs to be done. Janitor charged with Baker's murder. A 35-year-old woman has been charged with the murder for Baker, who was stabbed to death in Kingston on Monday. Charges Cassia Murray, otherwise called Cassia, a janitor of Bread Lane in Kingston 14. She has been charged with the murder of 25-year-old Ramon Patterson, otherwise called Six Boss, a baker of Doyle Way in Trenchtown, Kingston 12. Now, according to the Denham Town Police, about 11:15 a.m., Patterson was home when Murray came to the house and saw him with another female. An argument developed between the two, which escalated into a fight. It is alleged that Murray pulled a knife from a waistband and stabbed Patterson several times. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Murray later turned herself into the police. She was arrested and subsequently charged. Oh boy. So when a man a kill a man, a woman a kill man. Make we so hot-headed and jealous. If you go down there and buck up on a woman down there, say boy, if I media look after him, me just know say listen, I eat that. I no need to look after him no more. I need to go find somebody else. But according to sources, this woman is very abusive. Time and time again, she has been abusive to this young man. And see it, she never stop until she take the young man's life. And you know what makes this news item even more sad is the fact that a lot of persons are not going to come out and say anything about this, because it was a woman who did the killing this time. But Mecca did one man kill a woman. And the comments them used to come out. And the uproar where you hear. But just because it was a man, everybody just sweep it under the carpet as if I know nothing. But just like how a man is supposed to lick a woman or a woman is supposed to lick a man, you're wrong. You know how much man they right across this island right now that are suffering some serious abuse mentally, physically, emotionally by some sickhead woman. And when they go to station, police laugh after them. Police take it for joke and laugh after them. Now this young man was stabbed several times. She got there with a knife, you know. She pulled the knife from her waistband because not more than maybe somebody call her and tell her, so then listen, then six bars down there with a woman. She gets some insight. So she go down there with her big bad self. Bullbuck and Duppy Conqueror come. Go in an argument. Fight start. Knife pull out her waistband, stab up the young man and kill him. Just so. But I hope you get a nice stretch. Because him never deserve this. If you can't live together, me say it over and over. One go east and one go west. Because too much people out there. Too much man out there, too much woman out there. You must find somebody else. And if you don't find somebody else, stand by yourself. It is as simple as that. It is not the end of the world. Enough people don't have nobody. And them surviving quite alright. Sometimes they're even much better off than being in a relationship. Correctional officer held with contraband at prison. A correctional officer at the Tower Street Adult Correction Center in Kingston is under investigation after he was held with contraband on Tuesday. The 28-year-old man was taken to the police by his fellow correctional officers who found him with the illegal items. He is facing charges of possession and dealing in ganja and introducing contraband into a penal institution. Now around 2:15 p.m., the accused correctional officer was escorted to the Elliston Road police station by his co-workers who reported that during a routine search of his purse inside the prison, he was found with contraband. According to a source, the contraband included a blue cell phone and a paper bag with 2 packages wrapped with tape containing vegetable matter resembling ganja. The contraband was handed to the police. The correctional officer was then interviewed and escorted back to the prison, where police searched his motor car. There, the cops found 5 brown paper bags containing vegetable matter resembling ganja and tobacco, 2 boxes of Rizla, another cellular phone, a Digicel SIM card, and 10 lighters. The correctional officer was then escorted to his home in Kingston, where cops reportedly conducted a search but found nothing incriminating. I don't even think I should say anything about this one because, of course, everybody already have issues with these type of officers, correctional officers. You can't ganja go in a prison again, man. So, man in a prison, and the man in a prison at the time for a crime that was committed. So, of course, he can get in liquor in there, he can get phone call, he can get phone, he can get weed. So, what the punishment? It is just as if in the road. It is these types of officers, it is these types of officers who are helping to create the mayhem, the havoc across the island. Because it is the same type of officers who know carrying cell phones to the Dan them in there, who are now able to call outside. Imagine one Dan in a prison and call outside and a collect extortion money. In a collect rent from people in their own house. It is these persons that are doing it. And I know that the government is now putting in place stiff penalties for these types of correctional officers. And I can't wait for the day when it happens. Just like how, man, me know some people right now, they're jail and them just a quiver when they realize, listen, I was with an illegal fireman and facing 15 to 30. It's the same thing. Most happen to the correctional officers and even worse. Because don't take the job. People are going to say, listen, but him now earn enough money, you know, take a job if you know what the pay was before you went in there and took that, you accepted that job before you went in for training. So if you know, so the money not enough, go find something else though. But do not endanger our lives because of greed. So he has been taken into custody and I'll keep you updated with this particular news item. Firefighter crushed in notorious crash. A firefighter identified as 25-year-old Lawrence Dowse, who was stationed at the Ocho Fire Station, was killed after a vehicle crashed into the back of a fire truck in Ocho Rios. The incident happened around 2:40 a.m. along the Ocho Rios main road. According to Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie, Dowse was killed after a motorist overtook a line of traffic in the vicinity of Reynolds Spear and crashed into the back of a fire truck that was parked at the side of the roadway. The crew had just finished a firefighting operation in the area. In fact, the firemen had just finished their shift and were replacing the equipment in the back of the truck. At that moment, firefighter Dowse was alone at the back putting a pump into the fire truck when the car slammed into the fire truck, crushing him. Mackenzie said he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Those who had joined the Jamaica Fire Brigade at the tender age of 19 and served for 6 years had just celebrated his 25th birthday on November 13. Young Lorenzo's father is a serving assistant superintendent in the St. Catherine Division. Oh boy, this one, when I saw this accident, I felt every limb in my body go numb. So sad. Young man in a primary life, not achieve all of his dreams and aspirations yet. And here comes an indisciplined, or should I say, as them know nowadays, an undisciplined driver, overtaking a line of traffic. The man was there, working hard. He's not a thief, he's not a murderer. Those was there at work. The man is not a murderer, the man is not a thief, the man is not a shutter. The man was there hard at work. And here come this indisciplined person who decides say, him carry fast and enough to wait. Overtake a line of traffic, crashed into the back of the fire truck, crushing the man on spot. The car caught fire. When I saw the video, I saw the firefighters trying to move the truck away from the car, and the car was still connected, was still attached to the truck. When his parents, I know when his parents saw that, his colleagues saw that, Jamaica saw that, everybody was just speechless. It moved every single limb in my body. When I saw it, went numb. When I saw what happened to that young man, what make we want to take time drive and obey the road code? It is so easy for us to just take with time and go where I go. But everybody just feels if anyone can drive fast. Them a driver, no go so. And a fast driving make you a driver. We need to be more conscious of not only ourselves, but we also must think about the other persons that are traveling on the road. The pedestrians, the motorcyclists, the pillion riders, the bicycle riders, other motorists. We have to be more. We're just selfish. We're a selfish set of people. And that is all I can say. We're selfish. And it is sad that this man was killed in this manner. He never deserved this. And my heart grieves with his family, with his colleagues, his friends. And I'm asking you to remember them in your prayers, because they need prayers, they need strength at this time. And finally, body of missing woman found in shallow grave. The Westmoreland police are searching for the boyfriend of a woman whose partially decomposed body was found in a shallow grave in Mount Airy, Negril, Westmoreland on Friday. She has been identified as 38-year-old Kerry-Ann Williams, a farmer from the community. Senior Superintendent Wayne Josephs, head of the Westmoreland Police Division, said that Williams' partner, identified only by his alias Junior, is a person of interest. Williams was found dead in a shallow grave by residents around 6:30 a.m. on Friday. Her body was naked and had what appeared to be stab wounds to the chest and shoulder. Kevin Ennis, with whom Williams shared 3 children, is struggling to come to grips with her passing. She was a hard-working person. It's so shocking. She tried to take care of her children, a disheartened Ennis said. A taxi operator, who identified himself as Brown, said that he told the now deceased on Sunday to be careful. I saw Miss Sarah Shoeberry. I'm say, Kerry, be careful. And she said, you know me already, me all right, a distraught Brown said as he shook his head in disbelief. Brown said he could not look at the body when he heard the news. Now, Williams' children, who are living with their father at a different section of Mount Airy, which is located on the edge of the resort town of Negril, first got an inkling that something was amiss after not seeing or hearing from their mother on Thursday. One of her daughters said that when she sent her brother to the house to check on their mother, he reportedly saw Junior, who informed her that Williams had gone to work, so he went back home. After several calls, her phone went unanswered. Her brother returned to the house on Thursday night. This time, Junior reportedly told him that their mother had returned home from work but had gone on the road. When he related this to his sister, she contacted the police and asked for their assistance to visit the home. Upon their arrival, the suspect reportedly fled the house and ran into bushes. A subsequent search of the dwelling led to the discovery of a blooded sheet. Residents of the community, who said they last laid eyes on Williams on Wednesday morning before hearing her screaming later in the day, then joined relatives in search of her. According to a resident, Junior was walking around the area on Thursday trying to borrow a pickaxe from neighbors. Oh God. And it goes on. It just comes like it is a never-ending tale. It continues to go on. But what I found rather disturbing about this story, apart from the fact that this woman, hardworking woman, was killed by this dog, neighbors heard her screaming for help, and nobody can say, all right, come go over there, go check for what happened to Kerry. Nobody. But come Friday morning, everybody can come together and go search your body. What the hell is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? You're there, you hear a woman screaming for help. You might fear to go by yourself. And this is a very small community. And I told them my persons live there. But them said neighbors. That you all couldn't come together and say, me hear Kerry over there ball. Make we go see what go on. Because normally as Jamaicans we tend to be very fast. So unless somebody go over there and realize what go on and run back and nobody say nothing. But how could you hear this woman screaming for help? And everybody turn a deaf ear and a blind eye. But the whole can come together Friday morning or go look for body. We are selfish and all for ourselves. And it is so sad. Until we get back to the day when we have love for our neighbors, when we have love for each other, Jamaica will never come back and will never be any better. Because we don't see the importance of being our brothers and sisters keepers. And it is sad that the woman lost her life in this manner and dirty Junior run gone. I can't even get a picture of this nastiness. Not even that me can't get. It come like the man is a ghost. But him now. And in kill the lady, bury her still in the house. But sometimes those women, we are to be blamed. Because we took up anybody and there with them. Because when I looked at the house, the photo of the house, right to a window there, Mrs. Zinc, so what him for? If he can't help in any way, shape or form, where did I lie down with him for? And him look at him but him jealous. Because him feels that she a give him bone so him kill her. Now this taxi man said that she was warned by him. Why did he warn her? Did he see signs? Because he must have seen signs where he's telling her to be careful. And she has said, no man, you know me man, me alright. No. Women, when they see the man, them start behave a certain way. Men, when we see the woman, them start to behave a certain way. Find a way to pack your bag and cut. Find a way to... Listen man, you better go live under a bridge and a peace than living in some house with some of them crosses here. But find a way and cut. So he has killed the woman and it's no on the run. I wonder how far he can run, how long he can run for. But we need to get a picture of Junior. So if there's anybody that is listening and you have a picture of Junior, try send it to me on WhatsApp. Because this picture needs to be broadcast. So anyone there, if a family member hide him, they need to give him up. If in the community and other people know me need to be in the custody of the police. Because this is a real dirty boy. You kill a woman bury and still not the yard, him don't even run, If you show him brazen, now him brave and forward, he's still not the yard, still not the house because it look like him not know if you go. So maybe citizens and the police need to go check in a bush because maybe they're saying there. Because obviously, you don't know if you go. You kill the woman. Too many women are dying at the hands of these so-called men. But they're not men, they're really boys in men clothing. So certain things they can't fathom, they can't understand. Say yes, you're a woman, but you don't own her. You don't own the something where she have a fear one. A few you're living with the woman. And you feel you own the woman. You can't even take care of the woman, You don't have the means and you know how to take care of the woman. And even if you have the means and you know how to take care of the woman, she's not your property. She's not your property. She's with you. May not even be with you for a long time. But if you understand, so we need to cut your losses and move on. So if the person, you feel like the person will give you a bun, move on. Your person a cheat, all right, I eat that for me. A time for me pack my bag, and as KD United, I say, pack your bag and go. Leave. Don't put your hand on the woman, and woman don't put your hand on the man, because in the news I see the woman kill the man, no, the man kill the woman. It's a never-ending story. It never ends. Anyway, that's it for this week. Enough love, blessings, and respect. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. And tune in again next week. Remember, leave a comment. Michelle Jones, JBN, we keep you informed.